Do you think depression is real?
I love these questions. I don't know if depression is real. I know that there is a clinical depression, but I think that most people describe their state of unhappiness and their state of spiritual or mental unrest as depression when it could be so many other things.
Yeah.
But people aren't willing to do the research. They automatically just blanket it as, this is who I am, this is what I have, and therefore that's what you have, right?
Yeah.
So I think people need to be a little bit more introspective and potentially analyze that how they feel is not defined in one word, and potentially it's in a spectrum of feelings. How do you achieve happiness? Well, happiness from a metaphysical perspective, in my opinion, is achieving a state of balance in your life. So once you achieve a state of balance is when every area of your life is in tune and in harmony.
Yeah.
You know, potentially the best time in your life wasn't when you were growing the most, wasn't potentially when everything in business was great. It was probably when everything was doing well and everything was in tune and your family was taken care of and your relationship with these people were good. And yeah, you were making money and yeah, your channels were growing, but everything was in accordance. You don't want to be the guy where this area of your life is crushing and then everything else is falling apart. That's not happiness. That's not living life great. So I think achieving a life where you can achieve a consistent state of happiness from a metaphysical perspective is achieving a life of balance. From a physical perspective is knowing that there's things that you can do on a regular basis in your life to increase your chances of happiness. You can eat better foods, therefore increasing the levels of serotonin in your gut. Serotonin, known as the happy chemical, it dictates the chemical balance in your brain. A lot of people have unhealthy eating habits or unhealthy sleeping patterns. That affects your ability to be happy. But if you can have a healthy gut because of the foods that you ingest, now you have what? A healthier mind. So people need to start not only training the metaphysical, but also the physical. If you exercise, you're going to reduce your stress. If you eat healthy, you're going to increase your ability to produce high quality serotonin. That's going to make you a more balanced individual on the biochemical level. Go sit 15 minutes in the sun, get some vitamin D, right? Be in a situation where you can control your melatonin levels and now control your sleep cycles. So how do you acquire happiness? By establishing the small little habits in your life and the small little patterns in your life that are going to allow you to live a better life. And when you live a better life, you live a happier life.
I ask you a question because you're in the scene of making money right now, 2023. What would you say like the top money making methods are?
You need to be online. And the reason you want to be online in order to make money is because the barrier to entry and the opportunity in the playing field is really diverse. Yes, I made my money in one avenue, e-commerce. It's very broad. Yeah, I made my money in crypto. It's one avenue. Yeah, very broad. But there's so many other ways that you can make money. I know a guy on, I forget. It's the Alibaba version, but in China. I think it's called 1688.
Yeah.
And it's a guy that makes $6 million a year selling shrimp.
Shrimps.
He sells the shrimp bait.
Yeah.
So he has a shrimp farm and he sells to other Chinese suppliers $6 million every single year worth of shrimp. But he's a multi-millionaire selling shrimp. So
is this dropship? What is that?
Yeah, he just has a store online. And 1688, it's like a Chinese supplier website. Yeah. He has a farm of shrimp and people literally order shrimp and he ships it to them. But he utilized the online platform as a mechanism to acquire new customers. Why? Because all the internet is the same thing as the physical world, but digitalized. Yeah. So let me give you a perspective. If you were in the real world and you wanted to go buy a pair of sweatpants and then you wanted to mail those sweatpants, you would have to go to H&M, swipe your card, then go to FedEx, swipe your card and ship the package.
Yeah.
Online, you just go to H&M.com, click order, insert your card, which could already be pre-typed on your phone, click to enter, insert the address, and that package gets shipped to the house. So all human interaction that is taking place in the real world is minimized in friction in the digital world. That's why I love the digital world. It's not because it's better or worse. It's because I've been able to reduce the friction between me and customers and my ability to make money. Therefore, I choose it above the physical world.
But right now,
what is the biggest opportunity? I'm giving that as a premise for people to understand that why the internet.
Yeah, why the internet?
The internet, why low resistance and low friction.
But what's right now top 3 money making methods?
Top 3 money making opportunities right now. I'll give you one on each niche. I'll give you one. There's 3 places you can make money: physical products, digital products, and services. So you need to figure out digital products. What is a digital product? Something that I can offer that'll allow me to get paid digitally, where I don't have to create or have inventory or physical product. It can be like what you do: content creation, building a personal brand. It can be like somebody that has a course, right?
Yeah.
You could sell a course. Your course can be on anything. You could be a car mechanic and sell a course on how to fix cars.
Yeah.
It's not limited or bound by one specific niche like e-commerce, which is the traditional perspective. So you can have info products. Then you can have your physical products. That would be like your direct to consumer. If you want to sell a hoodie, if you want to sell a glass cleaner, whatever it may be, those are your physical products. The best way to sell physical products, which I think is a great opportunity today, is user-generated content through high distribution platforms like TikTok, like now YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. These platforms are competing by giving away free attention. So people can build multi-million follower brands off of user-generated content that the algorithm can push organically. So without having any ad spend introduced into your product, you can test, right, your audience and make sure that there's a product market fit before you venture into this product, and you can sell that. That's on the physical side. So you have digital products, which I explained. You can do info products or build a personal brand. You have your digital direct-to-consumer products and then you have your services. What are services? Services are where you expend your life force energy in return for money. So you could start a laundry service, or you could start a grass cutting service where there's an actual service of labor for your time and your money. Whichever position you are in right now, you can evaluate what avenue you want to take. So my number 1 money making play is do stuff on the internet. Number 2 money making play, focus on things where you can get free traffic, like TikTok. And 3, utilize artificial intelligence to minimize the amount of human labor that you need and the amount of intelligent input and output that you can receive from the artificial intelligence machine to increase your productivity. So those, I think, the 3 special spots.
Online, TikTok, content creation. But I heard, because obviously you're in the e-commerce space, a lot of people are saying now like e-commerce is dead, dropshipping is dead. Is that the case? Is it harder?
It's hard. Hard is such a relative word. People have been drop shipping since the dawn of man. What is to drop ship? Drop ship is to arbitrage a product. That's all it is. Everything here is arbitraged. This couch that was paid for was arbitraged by whatever company created the process to manufacture it in the manufacturing company. There's probably a 1x markup. You received a 3x markup on it. So what type of drop shipping is dead? The scammy drop shipping is dead. Customers don't want to get scammed with Chinese products anymore. But what is to dropship? Dropship is from factory direct to consumer without touching the middleman. So it's just the business model. The business model is not going anywhere. E-commerce is not going anywhere. Amazon is not going anywhere. These businesses are here to stay. The question is, how do you compete with now super established brands that are spending a lot of money in ads? You have to become extremely creative. You need to sell products that nobody else is selling, and you need to sell them in a way that is extremely intelligent. The way that I found to build extremely intelligent products, and this is something I talked to you about, is by building communities that resonate with the products as opposed to just selling products for the sake of selling products. So I think people need to focus on building tribes and communities and nurturing them, and then building things for them that they like, and therefore creating an ecosystem where if you provide value, money returns. So you can focus on digital products, you can focus on TikTok, physical products, content creation. I mean, it's like saying, is it ever too late on YouTube? No, it's never too late. I'm a testament of it. You can come in and disrupt the space completely, but you just have to potentially do things in a different way. And it may be harder, yes, but is it impossible? No.
So talking about that, what is your next step? What is Luke Belmar doing next?
I mean,
what's your move?
I mean, you'll see me a lot on the internet. You'll see me hanging out with Mo Vlogs. We're gonna be making more vlogs.
Yeah.
Nah, Luke Belmar's focused on Capital Club, brother. Luke Belmar is focused right now on becoming the best version of himself. And I think that that'll just manifest in the things that I'm going to be creating. So,
and talking about that, Capital Club is a private club that you have right now.
Yeah. So Capital Club is a private club that I've had since 2019. So in 2019, that's when I told you about DeFi summer and crypto. I'd just been able to make a good amount of money.
What is Capital Club?
Capital Club is a private organization of entrepreneurs from all over the world where we get together and we collaborate, we mastermind, we establish think tanks around the world designed to do three things: create, multiply, and preserve wealth and opportunity. As an entrepreneur, you have three areas in three mindset states in your career. You have creation, multiplication, and preservation. There are seasons to create money, aka businesses, empires, cash flow opportunities. Then there's these seasons for multiplication of your money, where working isn't the most ideal thing. Maybe it's investment vehicles or opportunities where you can invest your money to multiply quicker. Because if it's not always a game of addition, sometimes it's a game of multiplication. And then finally, there's a game of preservation. You know it as well as I do, brother.
Yeah.
Look how many people multiplied their money during the last bull run and lost it all because they didn't have the ability to preserve shit.
Yeah.
So inside Capital Club, our goal is to teach people and equip people through a network how to create wealth, multiply their wealth, and preserve wealth. But wealth, remember, it's not just money. Wealth is a lifestyle of abundance.
Yeah.
So to me, it's okay, is Mo's mental health in check? Yes. Okay, then the follower counts and the money and the ad revenue, that's perfectly good now because he's chilling, he's doing well. My goal isn't for you to have one area of your life super developed and nothing else equipped. So I've developed a network that keeps people accountable, keeps people growing, meets on a yearly basis.
How many people are in your club?
7,000 right now.
7,000 people in the club.
7,000 people right now. And it's been closed for 3 years.
This is paid members?
Yes. It's been closed for 3 years. So
how much is it to enter?
only opened, well, it's been closed. A new price is coming soon, but you can't enter it right now. So it's been closed. Ever since 2019, it opened for 2 days. I've had a 95% retention rate. So the members don't leave. The reason the members don't
7,000 people
7,000
paid to get into the club.
7,000 people paid to get into the club. And then I have my elite club, which is my inner circle.
And the elite club, is that the
$10,000 to $15,000.
$15,000.
Yes.
How many people are in that club?
120.
How much money is that?
I don't know.
That's like $2 million?
I don't know, bro. A couple M's. It's not a big deal because all that money it's the money belongs to the club.
And
the money doesn't belong to Luke Belmar, right? So the money is designed to develop the club.
So you have 7,000 people on a membership and 120 elites. And how much money is in that elite club? Like, what's the net worth of the people?
We have members that have exited their companies for 30, 40, 50 million dollars. We have a couple billionaires that are inside the network.
Are they
not mystical billionaires. They're billionaires that are well known and established. But the thing about the inner circle of Capital Club is we only disclose the members to other members in the events. At the bigger scale, it's more of a community-based perspective. But when it comes to the inner circle, it's a little bit more private.
Now, I saw that you actually deleted a lot of your content from the internet. Was this a decision that was made because of these people?
This idea that people deserve the content. No, the people that deserve the content are the ones that are there to watch it. The internet has spoiled people into believing that just because of videos on the internet that it'll always be there. If you wanted to watch a piece of valuable content 75 years ago, you either had to tune in or you missed it.
Yeah.
Right? So why can't I treat my shit the same way? It's valuable enough. Show up when I post it within 24, 48 hours. If not, you lose.
Because I heard this a lot of times. People say when something's free, people lose the value of it.
Well, they don't respect it. I mean, think about it this way, Mo. Think about you're out here producing a ton of content and people just watch it. And you actually understand that the content that you're putting out is life-changing. Yeah. But because you put out so much content, they don't respect it.
Yeah.
So the amount of content. The goal here is to have a couple people, it doesn't have to be everybody in the world, that resonate with the message. Remember, bro, Leonidas stood against the emperor Darius with 300 soldiers. He didn't have 8 million, right? He had 300, but 300 is the most qualified.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking for 300. My content is created and curated to find the highest people in society. It's not designed for the numbers. It's designed for the best people, because as I build this, my objective is to find partners and to find business deals and to find people that I can bring into my inner circle and capital club.
You want the most exclusive people out there to meet.
It's the best of the best, brother.
Yeah. And would you ever think about, because Tate has his war room, would you ever think about doing a collaboration with him?
Yeah, bro. I would always collaborate with Tate. 100%. He's a marketing genius and a business savant.
Now, quick questions. What's your opinion on drugs? Because we were talking about this off the podcast. I don't know how much of it we can say on the podcast, but do you think drugs could be a good thing for people?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, what are drugs? Drugs are just chemical compositions put together in order to create a reaction.
Yeah.
So the question is, can you engineer these chemicals without being attached to them in order to achieve certain results? So for example, caffeine. Caffeine is a nootropic. Caffeine is a drug.
Yeah.
But people, because they feel it in some way, shape, or form as if it was a normal thing, they don't classify it as a drug. But it is. It's an enhancer. So the question is, how can I use this thing, this caffeine, this chemical composition, to thrive, as opposed to allowing it to control my life? So it can be whether it's psilocybin, whether it's THC, whether it's CBD, whether it is whatever it is you choose it to be. I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with the chemical composition. It's more so who's using it, why they're using it, and what is the outcome of their life when they use it. The example that I like to give, and you might resonate with it, is that of a razor, right? You have a razor that you use to shave.
Yeah.
If I give it to a child, right, and he cuts his face, who's at fault? Is it the razor or is it the child? It can't be the razor, because the razor is just the razor. The razor does what the razor does.
Yeah.
The problem isn't the child either, because the child is just immature. But if you give that same razor to a grown man, he's going to shave normal. He's going to understand how to use it.
Yeah.
So what is the premise? Is that a good thing at the wrong time can now become a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
So it's not whether a psychoactive is good or bad. It's, why am I tapping into this? What am I becoming when I tap into this? And am I dependent on this thing in order to live my life? But I think people can utilize enhancers, nootropics, things of this nature in order to find neural pathways in their psyche that they haven't been able to tap into before. So
do you think there's some drugs that governments are holding secret that can make humans better?
100%. I mean, just look at what DMT did in the 60s and the 70s. It was a revolutionary drug, MDMA, which is also known as ecstasy. I've never taken it, but if you look at the story attached behind it, the government, made it illegal because it was causing a revolution of sorts amongst the people, and it was banned, and it was classified as a substance 1 drug, which means this is illegal, don't touch it.
But it's making people better.
I'm not saying it's making people better or worse. It's more so it's causing people to question the propaganda. And if you question, like I told you before, bro, anything that is there to question what things are gets chopped.
Now, one more question. What's your opinion on, I feel like now with the whole social media, you see a lot of people that are now gay, trans, what you identify as, he, she, they, them. What's your whole opinion on this genre of humans?
They can do whatever they want. Honestly, there's so many things to focus on myself that I have zero time to think about anything about anybody for any reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
as long as you don't affect my family directly, do as you I do not care. You know why I don't care? Because my opinion isn't going to change you.
Yeah.
Therefore, I don't care. Do as you please.